In a recent interview that Anne did with Cosmo magazine, she shared that there would no longer be eliminations during the swimsuit round. And I was just like, come again, what? Stick around because we're going to have to unpack this article right after this. Hey pageant fans, it's your girl Teresa K. Cole, and I am back with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thanks for joining us. If you're new here, welcome to T Stands on Pageantry, where we talk all things pageant related. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can become part of the T Stands family. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. So in an article that was published on October 9th in Cosmo magazine online, which I will link for you down below so you can read it for yourself, Anne talked about the changes she's bringing to the Miss Universe organization. Now, the article starts out with her sharing a little bit about what it was like growing up in Thailand and how she knew she was different from others and how she felt like she had to hide parts of herself in order to fit in with her community. Then she really gets into the changes that she's bringing to the Miss Universe organization. And some of them we've heard before, like the parental and marital status changes, as well as the background checks that they're going to be doing, and as well as they're not going to be allowing males to be in the changing rooms where the contestants are, which honestly, why wasn't that a thing before? And it's all part of her plan to make safe spaces for women, which I applaud truly because that's needed, especially when you are working with a large group of women and you're meant to be empowering women. And she also talked about how, the Miss Universe organization is an all-female leadership team and that the hosts will be females, and as well as most of the judges will also be women. So here are some of the more interesting things that I thought she had to say in the article. So she said that they will be allotting more time in the broadcast for the audience to hear about the delegates as people instead of just focusing on their looks. My Miss Universe, she said, recognizes that beauty is both external as well as internal, which I applaud because I am an advocate for that as well. I truly believe that today's pageant industry is more than just about what's on the outside. It is truly about what's on the inside as well. It's about who you are as a person, what you're going to contribute to the title, what you're going to give back to the community and the people that you are meant to be serving. I think that that is a positive thing that she wants to do. And I think that for a lot of people, and when I say people, I really mean people outside of the pageant industry, the critics and such, they are focused on this old version of pageantry where it is just about looks. Because I can tell that the people who criticize pageantry a lot, they've not sat down to watch a pageant in recent years. They only see the highlight clips of the ladies walking in swimsuit and walking in evening gown and just taking photos and looking beautiful, but they're not tuning in to watch and see that, towards the end, there is a final question and answer segment where the ladies are asked challenging questions and they do give brilliant answers. And there is also a judge's interview. Now, the thing about a judge's interview is that we often don't get to see it because it happens behind closed doors. So I can understand why critics why the message isn't really getting through to the critics of pageantry, that it's not just about what you look like on the outside, but who you are and what you have to offer. So I think that's really exciting that she is going to be leaning more into that. I think that that's going to go a long way for pageantry. Now, the other thing that she mentioned is that, and this is really where we're going to have to stick a pin and kind of dissect it. She said there will no longer be eliminations during the swimsuit round, and that the contestants can now choose their own bathing suit styles versus being forced to wear bikinis. They'll also wear capes over them decorated with art that represents their country. And she said, we're taking small steps away from the male gaze, and each day on the job, I'm learning how to make more of them. Now, here's my little issue with this part. I don't like the idea of not having eliminations during the swimsuit round because these contestants, they work hard to gain the body that they have for this competition. They go to the gym and they're working out and they're eating healthy. They are truly living their best physical life and being an advocate for being physically fit and physically active. And so I think that it's a little unfair not to have these women be recognized for that, for achieving those goals that they wanted to achieve in the gym. And we saw this with the Miss USA, the 2023 Miss USA competition, where they did not eliminate anyone after the swimsuit round. And I feel like it didn't allow for us to get invested in the contestants, and it also didn't allow for any anticipation to be built. And I think this is really going to negatively impact pageant bloggers, because then it's like we're not going to be able to do like our predictions the way that we normally like to do them. Like people have, they do their rounds, predictions. So they'll have like their top 20, then their top 10, and then their top 5, and maybe top 3. It is just really going to take away, to me, it's really going to take away from the experience instead of add to the experience. And I feel like instead of leaning into the critics, I really wish that Miss Universe would do the work to tell people what the swimsuit round is really about, because to me it is about being confident, showcasing your gym goals, being physically fit, and showcasing a healthy lifestyle. I think that it is about living your best physical life. So I just feel like if we're gonna do something, that's what we should be doing instead of leaning into the critics. And then the other thing I want to like kind of draw parallel to is, let's take bodybuilding for example, because I feel like that is a good comparison. Those women wear the tiniest bit of floss on stage to showcase their gains, right? And in pageantry, these women are fully covered. Well, not fully covered, but they're wearing bikinis, their boobs are covered, their butt is covered for the most part. And so they're wearing a little bit more material than what is worn in a bodybuilding competition. And yet we praise bodybuilding. And yes, swimsuit, the contestants don't look exactly like how bodybuilders look when they're preparing for competition, but I look at it in the same vein as this is the bodybuilding aspect of pageantry. I could understand if the contestants looked malnourished, if they looked like they were starving themselves, but they don't look like that. When you look at them, for the most part, you can see abs, you see, their biceps are cut, their leg muscles are popping, their booty is firm. So you can see that they're not just like starving themselves. They're actually like working out in the gym and gaining muscle. Now, they may not be gaining muscle to the extent that bodybuilders do, but they are putting in the work to gain muscle and to be more physically, cut. So I don't understand. I wish that Miss Universe would just do the work to get the message out there that this is really what the emphasis of the swimsuit round is all about. Now, the other thing is the capes. Oh my God, we're bringing back the capes, guys. The capes. We saw the capes last year. Originally, I thought it would be a good idea, except for the fact that when the contestants came out, all they did was walk to the front, turn around, show us the cape, turn back around, strike a pose, and exit. Where was the performance in that? So if we're going to be bringing back the capes, because in itself, I don't have a problem with them showcasing these capes, but I still want there to be a swimsuit performance. So if we're going to bring back the capes, I hope that the contestants will be allowed to at least walk after showing us their capes. They'll be allowed to walk the runway so that we can see a performance, because I don't know how you judge that. I really don't know how you judge that, because then the swimsuit round becomes all about the capes. I'm hoping that they learn from last year and they make the changes so that we still get a performance for swimsuit. Otherwise, what is the point? They might as well just wear a leotard with the cape, because then there's no swimsuit performance. So Miss Universe, I think y'all have some things to think about here, because I just don't like this idea of not having eliminations during the swimsuit round. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's gonna work. Like, I just don't. Comment down below what you guys think about not having eliminations during the swimsuit round. So another thing she talked about was wanting to do more for the fans. And she said, I want to create content beyond just the pageants and really use the platform to give the audience information on how to live their best lives, their best, most authentic lives, with important intel on on bettering their health, careers, family, confidence, money management, and more. And I really like this because, again, I think a lot of the criticism and a lot of the reasons why pageantry, I think the interest in pageantry is on the decline, is people see it as merely a vanity thing. And I think if she can do more to offer more to the fans, it will then attract new audience and maintain the audience that she does have, because then they can engage with the brand a little bit more than just when the competition is happening. So it's smart. I like it. She closed out by saying, "I'm going to change the Miss Universe organization into what it was always meant to be, a celebration honoring all women and a safe space for everyone to be their strongest, most powerful versions of themselves," which, again, you can't argue with that. I think that is a beautiful message. I'm in alignment with what she wants to do in terms of making a safe space and, pushing the message of honoring women and showcasing that pageantry is more than just about your looks. I think that that is the direction that we need to be going in as an industry, especially in these times. So I like that. I'm excited to see how it all unfolds, what exactly she plans to do with the platform. So I'm just gonna be watching very closely. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below on your overall thoughts on the article. Go check it out, read it for yourself. I can't wait to hear from you. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you. Bye.